Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will go on the attack first. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team...
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him, but Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right?
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite. On the road, and you make a big mistake early.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump. But that interception was like giving every single fan here in this stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll send the back in motion. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the... Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Hoosiers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Rocket. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Gets the back moving. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Falls in complete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top. Back's got it. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Try to get it to the edge. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
Listen, my job is to poke and prod and find where you're weak. I like it. Get the ball in the perimeter. How are the ends playing the run support? Can I get on the edge, make some big, easy plays early in this ballgame?
And show them a variety of runs that can keep them guessing later on.
No doubt, and I'm making memory of all this stuff. Did it work? What were they in? Can I get back to this later?
Sends it back in motion. They'll toss it to the left. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield. It's Hayes. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the back. They try to get it outside on the left. Nice move there. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that...
There he goes! The 30. He's at the 20. Strolls into the end zone for a touchdown.
That's why I love this offense running this option play, because if this running back gets the ball in the perimeter in space, he is so deadly and he's lethal. And he showed you right there. This guy's got a lot of tools.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Sweet spin. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. First play of the period, first down here. To the air on first down. short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Lockett. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the screen seemed like a good idea at the time, but they were fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, on defense, I think it just comes down to having really good awareness. You're watching the ball, you're seeing where it's going, you're locating blockers, and then defeating those blocks getting to the football.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot, and that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go right back to him. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It is good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Getting that push. They pick up a 4 out to the 26. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. The option look. He'll toss it. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He has the first and still on his feet. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Off the play fake. The quick out. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. New set of downs after the completion. Toss to the outside. Headed to the end zone. And they're in for a touchdown.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
At the 40, there he goes. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
A strike downfield. Nice pickup, gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10.
This is so great to see, and it's such a big part of the evolution in college football today with spread offense, up-tempo, RPO game. QBs have got to be great with their...
Turning it on! Oh, what a cut! And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5, and the returner will be brought down. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hayes. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Trying play action. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far there in Birmingham.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Now they'll run it on the toss. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. Slings it downfield. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call.
It's a seam wide open. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
And he's in for the touchdown. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Quarterback on the keeper. At the 35, he's loose. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Third down play from the gun. Got a man. It's Lockett. Pass to 45. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Back to pass on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You could tell a quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Leaves it with the back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Okay, ready? When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Rodgers. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. There he goes. Got enough for the first. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? On the option. He'll toss it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great 2nd down opportunity.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Easy. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives, and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. They stop him right at the 25-yard line. That's well short of the first down, certainly in field goal range, but let's see what they do here. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They'll send the back in motion. Lights off the defender. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
We're late in the game now. You've got the lead. You want to run the football. If you can generate a few first downs running the ball now, you can take these seconds and bleed them right off the clock to win.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Gets the back moving. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere.
Makes the grab plenty for the 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Now facing a third and long. Now the pitch. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Sends it back in motion. Trying to do it on the ground. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. Indiana sends the offense onto the field.
Oh, man, there was so much pressure on the offense on that fourth down. Back in their own territory in the second half. I know they've got a 2-possession lead, but they knew if they don't convert it, they're giving their opponent new life. They can now go down and score and make this a game again. Think about that. This is going to be a play that we'll look back to as one of the deciding factors in this game.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Had to get rid of it quickly.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some deep.
Throws toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
You're down 2 possessions, fourth quarter, time's not your friend. You got to take a shot. Defense doing a great job in the end zone, making sure that ball falls incomplete. Clean play, excellent coverage, everybody's eyes on the quarterback. That's probably going to seal the deal for this defense.
Now the pitch. And that is how we will wrap this one up. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field,